Hope this is all working. Let me know if you aren't seeing the right the right stuff. I don't think I have any issues, but it was the interface is not quite doing like what it used to. Anyway, welcome to part 2 of the Caltrain. Didn't have a lot of people watching the first one. This one is going to be sort of halfway down. We're already halfway down the peninsula. Milepost 28, it seems. So we're getting into what I call like survey land. This is where it's, Mike stands at the back or front of a train and takes a whole bunch of pictures. I'm not sure how many of these I've done so far. This is, I think did we do the first ones? I'm not entirely sure. Maybe we can go look here. I think we did. We had to have done it at some point, but I don't remember doing it. That seems strange. This should be, in theory, the second time I've done Caltrain, unless I somehow skipped it. But I'm not entirely sure here. Sorry to start this. Anyway, this is part 2. We're starting somewhere around Menlo Park. There's the one from 20 whatever. Looks like we've gone through it. Looks like I went through it in 2021. But I'm not. Maybe I just didn't have to. Oh, I didn't do a lot of photos on it. I did some, but not many. So this is sort of the first time that I have a lot of these to sort of go down. So I did a bunch of them, but not all of them. I think I still had my old camera back then. I could only take 90 photos. So for all I know, these are honestly the first ones that I have. For a bunch of these. So, okay. Anyway, off we go. Starting off here at milepost 28 again. Caltrain uses its own bespoke speed signaling system. It also has some additional features such as normal block signals have 1 head, interlockings have 3, and anything on approach to an interlocking would have 2. And all of them are fully populated for reasons I'm not entirely sure of. I think that they can use them all. I have seen some very strange. I think I've seen some uses of approach slow. It was a very interesting, unfortunately a system that was not very well copied. All right. 285, track 1, clear. There's a crossing here. I'm not entirely sure which crossing this is. I do have the timetable up. I can also just look on the map. San Carlos, we've passed that. So the last station we went was one of the ones that were recently closed. I think it was Atherton. The NIMBYs got their way and had their station just shut down. Atherton looks like a pretty nice place, but they really didn't want a station there. Which crossing is that? This one? Looks like this one. Yep, Glenwood Ave. Oh, they've got the C plates, the commuter plates on these. It also looks like they've changed to full LED in the years since then. Those C signals are to, I think, they wouldn't need those. That's a Southern Pacific thing. So, anyway, maybe it's something for the electrification. This is Glenwood Ave. What the? Oh, must have accidentally hit a save on that for some weird reason. This is CP Alma. little dark in this one, but not much we can really do about it. Although these locals were absolutely not as anywhere near as exciting to ride as as any of the expresses. Usually, so when I would go out to these events, these ones would start on Monday, and they would start on Monday, and or they'd have like some sort of event on Sunday, or maybe this was on Monday. And I would have like a reception at like 7, so my flight would get in pretty early, like 11 local time. So I would go down and visit a guy I knew in San Jose, and then I would get back up to San Francisco, where the conference was. And here we have our bridge. And thank you for no milepost. This is why I have this stuff out here. Huh, looks like they moved some of the signal. Oh, it's 22.9, 23. You get up to 28, 27, 28. Yeah, see, there it is showing approach slow. Okay. 25, 28. Oh, wait, no, I don't want the signals, I want the mileposts. There they are. Oh, it's the San Fran. There we go. It's a creek. This bridge was made in 1802. I saw some stuff of them slowly trying to start getting rid of some of these fixtures or structures. They've been doing bridge replacements. Cool. And some new signals. These are milepost 29.9. That's one thing I don't see on the Caltrain. I don't see mileposts, like the whole mileposts. Huh? That's weird. Pretty wide right of way here. I think that this is let's see what this is. I don't actually know what it is. There's Alma. There's that likely dry creek. And here is Palo Alto. Okay, not Menlo Park. I'll change that in the description. Interesting that this clearly had a Center Island platform and possibly more tracks, but they removed that. It looks like they could put a third sort of passing track in here with high-speed turnouts, but you know, not right now. I'm sure someone can probably find a photo of the station showing off why it has this weird wide right of way. Here we have our Palo Alto station and track number 2. One of these stations I could have sworn had like oh yeah, this is, you can see that it had little stairs that would get you to the island platform. I have not been out to the Bay Area for a convention since 2019. Here we have the signal 305. So I was out there when the stupid electrification stuff was going up, but not since. Without the gallery car windows, I will have very limited enthusiasm to. There's not much you can really do now to rail fan the system, so I won't be inclined to take additional trips. Probably just fly into Oakland or SFO. I do have to visit my cousin in San Carlos, so we'll see. The 30 milepost 30. You can tell these signals are every mile, which is pretty close. And this is Stanford. I always love making like little jokes mixing up Stanford and Stamford. Stamford with an M, Connecticut. Like, why isn't there a Stamford University? There's so many ways that Connecticut can coattail ride on California. F40. It's a shame all the gallery cars got sent to Peru. A bunch of them were from the like at least a batch were from the early 2000s, and I figured that Metra or someone would have bought those. I mean, those should be fully FRE compliant. In fact, any grandfathered rolling stock is worth its weight in gold these days. So I don't know why they. I mean, I get the F40 PH. I get the F40s going off to Peru. But I don't get why they didn't try to save the rolling stock to use, because it's going to be much more reliable than any other new rolling stock you get. No, the 80s stuff is 40 years old. That's probably life expired. But the 2000 stuff, yeah, that makes no sense. Intermediate signal number 30 milepost 31. I cut that last photo there on the original go through because it was soft and crappy. But now that the F40s aren't gone, that's a good. I'm keeping everything I got. It's not exactly 1 mile. It's a little bit over a mile. All right. So we are doing shorter segments today. I only have 40 to do. Uh-oh. Oh, wait, that's right. Yep, already deleted one of them. So this will go a little bit faster than normal this year, or this night. Unless we discover something else I need to worry about. Let's see if Brian has any questions or comments. Apparently he was from the area. Oh, there he goes. It's all working. The C signals, though, so the Southern Pacific has a thing where they would put a C marker on a lamp. It's almost like the limited speed triangle. It would upgrade things from 40 miles an hour to 60 miles an hour for commuter trains. I don't know, but Caltrain uses a different system, and I don't know why they would have that C on there. Oh, Stanford Stadium. I don't know about DMUs for Metro. The only thing that they really need a DMU on is the Beverly Branch, Rock Island stuff. Everything else on those things, at peak times, they really need to fill the stuff. Maybe during the day, but everything on those lines have so many grade crossings and freight trains and whatnot. They might need something a little more, whatever. Anyway, thank you for letting me know on that stadium station. Here we are, milepost signal 2325. So it's not quite a mile. It's like a mile and change. Now, again, they have done some additional resignaling. It is weird that they didn't go. I would have, of all the things, they could have gone with like a speed signaling type of thing going on here, with, because, a cab signal thing. Coded track circuits. But they tried to go with their own PTC jobber using transponders, which I know why, because that would let them turn trains faster. But apparently their contractor didn't work out, and they had to go with the normal freight railroad style thing. 325. Maybe I missed one. In fact, I'm almost sure that I had to have. For my own, I'm gonna resave this one. I don't need it that big. There we go. Let me check my other stuff here. Signal 2325. Huh. Oh, there we go. There is one at 32. Oh, okay. I might be misreading this. There's 325. And there's a 323 and 317. Do I just keep missing that 323? I guess I do. That's strange. California, we'll see what Brightline, how they go with this, with the European, like they're doing somewhat more of a CBTC, but we'll see how that goes. In the Bay Area, especially, there's a lot of wireless spectrum might be a little hard to come by, so they might want to go with coded track circuits, like a TVM 430. TVM 430 is just easy. Just do TVM 430. So simple. Alma. See, I'm missing a bunch of stations. Mayfield. This is CP Mayfield. And the northbound ones. I do like how Caltrain, I think, BNSF, they have little things telling you where the limits of the interlocking are, but also it's always a good source of the name. So those vertical things tell you where that it's north. This would be SE Mayfield, South End Mayfield. And a zoom shot of Mayfield here. Because the first one's a little soft. This is my second gen camera with a lot more zoom than my first gen camera. Remember, these photos are from 2007. This is a little bit back in time. I know I'm doing some 2008 stuff, but there are a few from 2007 I've not finished, and these are some of them. There we go. Making sure that if I have the thing in place, I note that. Okay. 347. California Ave. Mayfield. Did not get a picture of that. And oh, they closed Castro. Oh, in 19 closed in 1998. That appears to be the location I am looking for. Oh, I went the wrong way. .346 matching 347. And what street is this? It is Rangstroff Avenue. Oh, you can see the platforms for the old station. I believe those have been removed. Ah, fug. Signal 347. RENGSTROFF. Actually, who cares about that crossing? I might want to go for that station there. Castro. Yeah, I'm gonna acknowledge those. Those are way more interesting than the crossing. Here we have 359. Oops. the nicer photo is when I'm stopped at a station, so it doesn't get quite as blurry due to the motion. 359. Mountain View. Oh, it's an old Southern Pacific station building as well, with the little mileposty things on the sign. I bet I cut that. Huh? Wait. Whoa. Oh, whoa. Oh, I missed one. Oops. Wait, come on. Okay, I need to do number 67. So all the switches on Caltrain are a form of or high speed 50s. So they're not really technically Union Pacific uses these. They're effectively limited speed, but their limited speed is 50, and they all have spring frogs, so they aren't movable point. But on Union Pacific, you'd get a approach clear 50 on this. Let me just put all these back in the right order now. And okay, now we have the mountain view. Whatever. Next. Okay, some VTA stuff. I have written a bunch of I've written the whole VTA system. I can say the number. It's 967. I think I cut this for quality in my original set. Might as well just keep it now. Good enough. Next. And we did this one before. 934. And last of this set, another signal number 367. And that's it for part 2. I'm just going to delete these one by one here. Okay. Yeah, it's the same problem as some of these got, if they got rotated, the dates got reset back. That's the unfortunate way I was doing it back then. I just forgot to sort them by name at that point. Oops. Finally, we're getting down to the second express zone here, as you can see right there. I'm just going to check in on the chat, see if anyone has any issues. Nope, not yet. Way more robust viewership this week, it seems. Don't know what happened last time. It was a while ago. Last time I was in, I actually was unable to... I just got in late, and I just did not have enough time to deal with it. I was hoping to do 2 this weekend, but again, my plans changed. The addition of a dental appointment on tomorrow is... I scheduled something in New York City, and I just couldn't make all the weird trains work. So I went up and then came back and then drove up halfway again. Is this 375 again? Looks like it. I might have cut this one for... Yeah, it looks like I cut it. No need not to. And we're at our next interlocking. This will be CP Mary. Huh, do I see like some sun coming out? That's interesting. And same thing here for the northbounds. Note the 3 heads. It's always 3 heads interlockings until you get onto the UP Coast Sub part of the line. Oops. There you go. Caltrain 904. Question is, where are we? Sunnyvale. All right, next. Now we're at the start of CP Hendy, which is the located at their Southern Passing Express Zone. Because it's a local, we are being shunted on to the local tracks. But this is one of the two areas where they, I mean, Dumbarton is kind of one, but they don't use it, I don't think. The reason Caltrain can have such a robust express service is because they built these passing points. So a local can head out a little bit before an express, get past here, and then the express will catch the previous local at just south of San Francisco. The express services, therefore, cannot stop at the station. I think it's Lawrence, and there might be one other. And the big old 4-track signal bridge. Note that even the ones on the side have all three of the heads. So you don't have, for whatever reason, they're all there and they can all display every lamp. Don't know why. Kind of strange, but yeah, whatever. And we have a nice zoom view of it right there. And this intermediate signal bridge. Did I skip one? I think I did. So this is the 401 signal bridge, I believe. Yes. For whatever reason, I did not label it right or something. This usually has all approaches except for the reverse track. Approach, approach, approach. And here we have a zoom view of it. I guess I just cut the other. Oh, I guess. Huh, that's weird. I bet these are out of order. Sometimes some of the ones in the other thing are out of order. Alrighty, zoom view of 407 gantry. And here we have one. Oh, so that's the 401. Here's the 407. These would all be showing advance approach. Because there's, again, this, whatever time of day this is, back in the this period of time, Caltrain basically off peak and weekends was hourly service. The whatchamacallit, the peak service was really nice, but the off peak was kind of abysmal, and there everything was a local, and it was slow. The electrification has absolutely improved the local speeds, but they did cut the baby bullets, which you're basically going to lose. The fastest diesel was faster than the fastest the current electric situation. 407. Now we're almost under a mile. That's why we got the advance approach here. Oh, there's 10. By name, please. All right. No, I did do an extra one previously. So let's just see where I need to be. There's the signal division post. So let's see what 10 gets me to. That's 10 is CP, is the Clara Tower. Let's go to this one right here. That's the end of Caltrain territory. This is sort of getting into Coast Sub stuff. So that's the end of Caltrain territory. This one's a hard one because it's got signals back to back. But I'm going to go to number 93. That's 8. That means tomorrow we will, next time we will have a light load of 41. All right. Okay. No questions. I assume you all can see everything. And here we have 411. Wait, which one is this one? That's this 411. Okay. Which one's this one? That looks like 401. .401. .401. So what is this 407? So that's this 407, then what the hell is 411? Huh. I wonder if they misnumbered it. I think they did. That's really strange. Yeah, that one used to be 407. They renumbered it at some point. I've noticed that there have been some Caltrain renumberings. Never was quite sure what the dealio was. Well, it is what it is. So this is labeled 411. I guess they knocked it back to 407. Oops, forgot to resize this one here. Next interlocking is CP Bowers. I seem to have cut this one. No, I wouldn't have cut it. It just somewhere else. The fact there's a whole bunch that are missing in this area, so I'm betting that they just are somewhere else. Yeah, it's a sort of a shame. Unless I live there, there's no way I'm going to be able to get more signal pictures. Um, so, because it used to be every time I'd go there, I'd get a whole new set. So I was having major issues deconflicting. Like if you every year I'd have a Bay Area train ride, and then I'd get all the same photos and the same ones again and again every year. How many times can you label something the same way? Especially if they were the same signal indication and stuff. But again, unless I don't know, unless there's, I bet that those electric units have a bulkhead. Anything European off the shelf will have a bulkhead because they don't want to have their employees get caught falling asleep. It's God forbid the workers. Is that the guy's doing some MOW on the switch machine? I'm not sure if he's in that act of hand throwing there. There's a random hand throw crossover here I don't quite understand, but there it is. I mean, both the ends of these express things do lack full crossovers, but it's not like there aren't full crossovers nearby. Signal 425. Approach on track 1. And here we are leaving speed signal territory. Those signs are. At signal 433. It's one of the longer one of the longer stretches without stations. Especially when you're running express. Oh, that's an advanced approach there. And this is CP de la Cruz. It's odd, despite being out of speed signal territory, the signals are still set up for speed signals, as in they have 3 heads. Damn it. So I had like 4 or 5 sets of Caltrain signals. I think I did get to the point where I stopped taking so many sets of Caltrain photos. For a bit, at the end, I focused on getting video. And this should be it for tonight. Track 1, clear. All right, well, thank you, folks, for hanging out with me. Hope you appreciated it. I will be back at some point. So the next time it might not be for the better part of a month. Might be after Labor Day. Labor Day weekend, I should be back to finish this off. So thank you very much. Let me get these deleted here. And I already got 8. All right, that's it. Any questions before I go? Huh. Interesting. That's good to know. All right, see ya. Thank you so much for the tip, Brian. I figured all that European stuff was bulkhead, but we'll check it out. Thank you. All right, I think I'm done. I'll see you around.